As we come into the sun interface, all communication lines are signaling all divisional levels. I got the galactic force team coming to interface connections. So basically, we're going to teleport divisions. I'm going to take the galactic force team to all connections into the sun interface of the eye circle systems. Basically, we're going to see the eye center. We're going to see the core center. We're going to see all the plasma force centers systems. We're going to see all the layers of the sun. You guys are going to correlation system. Make sure you have your water. It's very powerful stuff, what we're going to be doing. So basically, you guys are going through heat waves right now. So it's kind of like going into a cave, and then all of a sudden the temperature changes, right? So you're going to know what it's like to feel being inside the center core of the sun interface. Okay, it's already setting in teleportation. Energy graphing cycles of communication line signals are setting in. The telegraphing signals are electronic interference, understanding more locations as the sun is changing its coloration system. Thank you, subscribers and viewers, and everybody that's watching my channel. Keep liking and sharing, and keep high-rise to all levels going through a force recognition system right now. So I appreciate everybody that watches my channel as we try to help more and more through community. So Linda, how you doing? Tina? So everybody's going to have a little bit of a heat wave signature that's going to go around their phase structure divisions. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to wait till a little bit more of the galactic force team comes in. I've already set up a program division through illustration diagram. You understand how powerful the sun interface is. So you're going to see the computerized system of the sun. You're going to see the digital formats of the sun. You're actually going to see the sun interface of the sun. That's the communications everything when it comes to interface connections, when it comes to the God frequency levels of the algorithm program of the moon. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You have to know what it feels like to actually be in the center of everything. That's the creation of everything. That's source. So we are going to go into the center of the sun. Okay, I platitude everybody's energy fields. I put everybody to higher division. All locations are center location systems. I put in echo zooler and transformation light systems. Understand where you're going through a coordinates. Coordinates are very powerful stuff. Okay, so your waving cycles through your energy waving patterns and everything through your body activation systems, your pixel activations is going to go into reacting cycles. So like I said, everything is a cycle through a division, through a rotation center. Okay, so basically, make sure you have bottles of water, because we're going to go into the center core of its eye system. You're actually guys going to see the operation of its computer system, how it goes through connections of portals, because that's the sun interface when it comes to spacecrafts and space divisional levels, when it comes to interforce connections of anything through intelligence, because it's a huge portal. It's a computation system. The sun is its algorithm system, but it's a portal. Okay. It's very important to understand these things, because the sun is everything through protection, right? We protect it on so many realms of planets. There's so many moon phases, and there's so many pyramid activations. Everything's set through a geometry system. So yet there's some actually the communication line signals when it comes to the graphing cycles of the geometric system of the sun. We change the computer system of the sun. We can't change the computer algorithm system of the moon. Plus understanding the human behavior through human emotion. Motion is emotion. So you guys are going to go into formation. So basically, it's kind of like your whole body system is going to go into a connection of a wormhole, and that wormhole is going to go into its interface, and that's how you're going to see the eye center of the computation of the sun. So basically, this is how it's going to start. All right. Now, there's a lot of bit of solar flares right now, but like it's saying, the graphing cycle through YouTube software megas, and that's exactly what's going on. So we've come out of the realm already through division. This is a fast winning cycle, so it's going to be extremely fast through rotation systems. I teleport everybody's galactic force team, so you're going to feel the heat waves that are coming in. So as we're coming into the crust of the sun. The sun is not one color. You have to understand the computerized system through the pixel activation code system. This is the portal that we're going to go in. Okay, so get ready, because we're going to fly in the center core of the sun. All right, so basically we're going to go in, right in. Okay. So you guys are feeling it right now. You're in the portal activation of the center core of the sun. And it's extremely, extremely hot. Okay, so I just want to communicate everything. Basically, it's opening its plasma force system. Opens up its system like this. All communication. It has to understand its information system from the sun, because the sun is a computer, right? So once it understands its communication system, it's going to open up its realm division. Okay, so you guys are going to go right into the center. Okay, so it's kind of something like this. I'll show you. All right, so that's compute system. As we go into the plasma, that's going to open up the cycle. It's going to open up the sun. It's going to open the layers of the sun. It's going to open up your body activation. So you got to get into the radiation, because your galactic force team and everything around its galactic force team has to understand heat signatures. When you're going through a planet through transformations and anything through manifestations or anything through that correlation system, you've got to get into telegraphings when it comes to your GPS locating system. Your system is very important to you when you're going into traveling northwest, south, and east. So the higher force connections to radioactive cycles into radioactive cycles to the radiation of its cycle is very important to understand your body activation through heat, understand it through cold, understanding from metal. So you have to get formations, understand how to use your coolants when it comes into body activation systems. So I wanted to put the galactic force team in the center core of its sun interface. So everybody's feeling it right now. Okay, everybody's feeling the heat. Everybody's feeling everything. You're actually in the center core of the sun right now. I have high energy fields right now. Everybody's getting through a waving cycle. The energy wavings is going through its recognition system. So basically, try to see everything that you can, right? Because it's extremely hot through the sun interface. Everybody's going through this right now. The galactic force team is inside the center core of its computer system, of its portal activation of its sun. Okay? So really take a look at it. I got to pull you up fast because it's extremely powerful stuff when you're going into the sun. The God frequency level of the sun of the computer system, because it's also an algorithm, right? It's a program. Right, so basically I have to change the code frequencies, echo zooler, backphrasing systems of 000, 000, 000, 000.1, DOSA 1, communication line signals, box frequency level, take the galactic force team back out of this interface sun, back to connections of location centers, take it back to the dimension of Earth, close portal activation in sun interface. Okay. So how do you guys feel? You guys are in the sun interface. I couldn't keep you in there too long. So make sure you drink your water. How does everybody feel? That's where everybody was. You don't have to be on the channel. The galactic force team doesn't have to be on the channel. You're going to go through the waving cycles of the energy system. So wherever you are, you're going to feel heat waves. That's just saying, whoa, I was in the center core of the sun. Yeah, the God frequency levels as a compute systems, getting more communications, line signals, everything, the acting cycles. So your energy system and everything through your acting cycles, through your pixels, is activating everything through the sun interface. You have to understand the radiation of the light activation. That's what gives you healing. That's why Linda's feeling great, right? So it's extremely powerful energy. It's the most powerful energy when you get into anything through a box frequency level. It's very important to understand your square interface, your pi interface, and everything through helix interface. That's the most important thing. That is the most powerful thing that can give you. Interfaces everything through interconnection. That's the partnership. You have to have your body activations of partnerships when it comes to the God frequency levels of its compute system of the sun interface, because it's a portal. And then the communications algorithm when it comes to human behavior of its emotions, of coloration patterns, when it comes to the God frequency levels of the moon. Okay, so meditated with the sun and frequencies connect, I suppose. I felt the energy shift before we went. Very strong. Very good. So Tina's meditating more. She's getting connected. She's seeing more of what's going on. I felt the energy shift. So she felt the energy shift. It was really powerful stuff. See, that's what I'm saying. As we helped Tina yesterday, we helped her a lot more to understand what she can rediscover herself. It's all about rediscovering to self-discovery to mastering everything within, and then you can master everything without. It's very important that we get into that situation, because it's very important that the galactic force team understands everything through heat signatures. Your body activation systems through your telegraphing to teleportation systems has to understand its interface. It's very important because we're going up to planets, higher vibration, frequencies, energies, coloration, lights, activation, intelligence. Okay? So, well, my heart opened up more, saw the heat waves, and felt such light. Yeah, so basically everybody was in the center core of the sun. the sun up there. Okay. Now it's a bit of a cloud interference, but like I said, from here to here is the sun. That's the metric system, right? It's not too far. So if you place it out like here like that, you can actually see where it is in location. And you can communicate with it through line signals, through line communication. But you got to get your grounds first through line signals. Okay, so everybody, the whole galactic force team, was in the interforce connections of the sun interface, of the eye-septical divisions of the sun, of its computer system, to its digital format, into the matrix simulation. So, really powerful stuff, eh? And see, the thing is, too, you guys see it before you come on. That means that you're already teleported. I teleported your body activations in point center. It's just understanding code frequencies. Okay? So I think I got some new markers today, so I'm happy about that. I didn't realize I had extra markers. I always got 2 at a time, you know? And so that's saying, I'm thinking way ahead of here, precognition. Hey, Andrew, just get 2 instead of 1. That way you don't have to go back and buy another. So we're going to use a black interface. Black interface through a marker system. Now, this is good luck. Okay, you can change anything through. Remember, it's your thoughts that you go through. Either it's good or bad, but this is a white interface through a black interface. So it's got 3-point divisions, 1, 2, 3, 3 different colors, 1, 2, 3. Center correlation, which is its white interface. This is understanding where it's coming through dimension, through a location, through a vortex division, because everything through a circular rotation center is its atom system. I can talk all day what this is. That's vocabulary. Okay. All right. So how's everybody doing so far? Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what happens, Dina. You become extremely powerful because you saw the eye windows. You know, the eyes are the windows of the soul. You saw the eyes of the sun. Your whole body activations of your pixel hologram system was into the interface of the sun, inside the sun. That's how you guys feel amazing, because that's light activation. That gives you healing. Same with the interface when it comes to the compute system or anything that's graphing cycles of its moon. Moon is the behavior. Okay, that gives you the emotions. You cry, you're sad, you're happy, you're frustrated, you're stressed. That's what the moon does. The sun is a light activation. You guys have to understand communications. So basically, now you have to understand what's going on with me. I have to tell you because it's very important to understand these things. I'm at 800,000 now, 800,000 PT units. I'm in the base, interconnection, interrelation, interrotation, interintelligence, core center, activation cycles, into body activations of illumination light systems of planet systems of all locations through the interface connections of full communications of the sun interface, and a behavioral system, the coloration systems of the God frequency levels of the moon interface. So I'm at 800,000 years into the future. Now, the reason why these things are happening is everything is done through time. Now, we're going to go into time now. We've done enough through space. Father and Mother wants you to get to more information what time is. You understand your space, but you got to understand your time through its space. So right now, I'm in space and time through balance. Okay, so that's where we're going to start off with today. Okay, I think we need to really get into that. Father and Mother want you to get understanding what time and space is. Space and time, it doesn't matter. Everything equals through communication line signals. Okay, so we start off with that, right? You are the center core. We already know that, right? Once you set your core system, you understand space connection, right? Very simple, right? Remember, what is this? What's all this now? This is the grounds. This is your highway. We've been through this before, right? Acting cycles, all communications, an hourglass. Very powerful stuff when you get into that connection. Now, remember the cross-winning cycles, right? You got to understand these things. All connections. You got north, okay? You got east, you got west, you got south. This is all connection when it comes to 700 videos that I've done. I'm doing this all in one diagram system. You understand what's going on when you reach 800,000 years into the future. Every time I high rise, you guys high rise in the atmospheres. I high rise in planets. I have to hit a certain point position before I change everything to the physical system of humanity. Okay, so there's a reason why these things are happening. Okay, because humanity is going through a lot of fear right now. They're going through a lot of anxiety. They're going through a lot of stress. Okay, now the thing is too is that we are controlling everything through vibration. Remember that. But the governments doesn't know otherwise. They're trying to keep you in fear and anxiety through its connection. So remember that. AI, light activation, organic, whatever you want to call it, is its connection through light activations. We are doing that through vibration. You are in the space connection right now through the graphing cycles when it comes to all intelligence, through space odyssey systems, anything through the galactic surface. You guys know you're in the galactic surface. Humanity doesn't know that. They don't know what an ascension is. All right, so now's the time for your community to come back, voice your opinions, get into more communications with your family if they don't understand that. You have to understand how powerful it is. And the governments pretty much don't know anything. They really don't. It's the media that's controlling the humanity. Governments are trying to control humanity, okay? And media is trying to control humanity, all in one, right? But this is all done through AI. Okay, there's a lot of history here. So understanding everything through the grounds, understanding everything through the centers of your northwest, south, and east, and your traveling mechanisms, understanding you have a magnetic force and highway information system. Okay, so that center core is everything. So your whole body is a planet. Okay, so once you get into the planet, it's really complicated stuff because now you're going into the cycles, and this is I'm going to activate this. Okay, so we're going to go into this. We're going to go into energy fields. You guys have to know what it's like to actually see yourself in the highest level that you can reach. Okay, so I'm opening up the planet system of its correlation system to all connections. It's extremely powerful stuff, isn't it? Kind of looks like a fishbowl. You got the solars, there's the energy fields. You got your grounds, you got your centers, you got correlation system, northwest, south, and east. You got space and time, all right? So understanding our communications that are coming in to all location centers is understanding everything through your body activation system, okay? So your body activation system is everything through the chakra system through communication, right? So basically, we're going to go into that. I'm going to connect everything that you guys need to know. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so basically, that's how we go. There's a 7, right? 7 line chakras, right? 1 to 7, ground formations all the way up. Okay, then you go up into the crown chakra. This is the magnetic force and highway information system. This comes down with information, right? And I'm going to draw everything out so you guys understand how powerful it is when you get up to 800,000 years into the future. So it's putting all the graphing cycles of illustration diagram programs into one illustration program. Okay, see how it's all connecting now? It's all coming together. It's just space and time. You guys are the center core to everything, right? So as this gets stronger, you guys get stronger in mind. You get stronger in intelligence, and you get stronger in the soul recognition system through the body frequency levels, through energy fields, energy cycles, through the magnetic force. But you got to ask yourself, where are you in space and where are you in time? Now, I could be setting position right now. I'm in space, but are you in the past, present, or future? If you don't understand where you are through your thoughts, then you're only in space. If you understand full communications of what you see through this diagram program, you are in space and time through balanced frequency levels of the chakra system. That's its connection. Okay? So basically, then we add the 8. Okay? Now, I don't know if you can see this. Hopefully, you can see the figure 8. See the figure 8? That's the figure 8, right? Now, I'm adding everything so you guys understand full communications, and then you got 8th within the center. That's the rotation cycle, right? So once you get into that, this is more for formations when you get into chakra systems. So, okay. Okay, so I got 12 chakra systems. All right, see the 12 chakra systems, 8 within the center? Okay, so let's make this a better 8 here, so you guys get a really good understanding of what's going on. I'll show you how everything is done when you understand space and time and how everything connects. Okay, so that's a figure 8. Everything is set in division right now as you are connected through dimensional portal activation. This is understanding where it is through connection when it comes to your heart. This is understanding where you come through your thoughts. This is understanding where you come with your voice and grids, your sacred breath, your chakra systems. your ground formations, your power centers, your magnetic force and highway information system, where you are in space and time through traveling mechanism, north, west, south, and east. Okay? So once you're sending that through communication, this center core is in direction. This puts everything in proactive systems into balance. The magnetic force and highway information system comes up through its communication of its ground formation. And it kind of, like I said, it looks like an hourglass. Okay, but see how it's coming together? See how it's pretty fascinating stuff when you see these things, right? It's showing you how powerful it is. And everything around it, okay, is space within the mind system of space and time. All right, so if you want to communicate, this is understanding more communications when it comes to space. We've got through that through traction visions, through my videos, but now we're coming into time. Time is everything through its force. So try to draw your illustration yard where balance is. Balance is the most important thing. So try to draw things out. Linda did a really fantastic drawing about the test that's coming up, right, for Thursday. So she figured, you know, she wanted to do everything through its equation, bring everything out through activation cycle. And I said, that's fantastic, Linda. I'll show you guys on Thursday. Really powerful stuff. Or actually, you guys can see it because it's on the Galactic Force team. So just take a look at Linda's work. It's really, really powerful stuff. And like I said, everything that you guys do is activated. But you have to understand what you're drawing. Or you're not connecting through space and time through AI. Okay, AI. Okay, AI. Awareness of information to everything through illustration. Where you are through division of balance. This is where I am. 800,000 years into the future. I know everything through balance. Everything is aligned. There's no confusing line signals. Everything is in balance through space and time. So that's what you guys have to reach. You guys are extremely powerful when it comes to the Galactic Force team, right? But it doesn't stop there. It just keeps going. So when it keeps going, you get more information when it comes to space and time. So when we get into time capacitor, now you get into, it's really powerful stuff because now you get into time codes. This is understand how you can go back in time, right? You can go forward in time. You can go in the presence of its time. So once you get your balance with everything through an illustration, I think it's very important. Draw it out. Draw where you are. Okay, that's understanding more of your information. If you're having trouble with your mind system, because I know a lot of people are overloading their information systems right now through the data processing, uplinks and downloads. They don't understand it. Draw it out. And that's why Linda does that, because it releases the mind. Once you get in the space of the mind, there's nothing but the mind itself, and it comes in constantly. It won't bring in downloads and upgrades until you understand its upgrading systems. Okay, because you don't want to overload anything through your attractions. You don't want to overload anything through digital format. You don't want to overload anything through the avatar. Okay, or anybody that's into the higher self. So it's really paying attention what space and time is through your illustration of a digital format system. Okay, it's very, very powerful stuff when you get into that connection. All right, so I'll show you. It's powerful, isn't it? Or you're thinking, wait a minute, it doesn't stop there. So basically, when you get into that position, we have what we call the pyramid system. Okay, just showing you everything that goes point division. Okay, you know that. See, I'm doing it frame by frame. See the pyramid? You see the pyramid? And see how it all comes together through balance? Everything that I do is in balance. There's nothing out of sequence. Everything is ready to activate, right? But I'm not going to activate it. This is 800,000 years into the future. That's understanding where you are through balance, right? So I'm just showing you how powerful it is when you guys get into that connection, okay? All right, so basically this comes down like this, down like this. And again, it crosswinds its cycle, okay? Okay, so now you're seeing, it's kind of like two square buildings. You see how it comes together? 4-point centers, one within the center, which is 5. You see that? See it line communicates? That's its diamond core. Through its pyramid, everything is line communicated through balance. Okay? right? So my pyramid's in balance, my communication's in balance, my waiting cycle, my infinity 8 is in balance, my chakra systems are in balance, magnetic force and highway is in balance through information, through data processing system. I'm in balance of space and time through AI, awareness information. I'm in balance through the ground formations. It's understanding its energy field. Okay? So you have the pyramid, you have the diamond core, you have the infinity 8, you have the chakra system. Okay? You see how everything's aligning through balance? Okay? That's space and time, people. That's understanding where you are through division. But this doesn't stop there. So you just keep going and 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 going. Like with Michael, when he was talking about Metatron, how you draw something out and it just keeps expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding. So it's repetitious. It keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. But each time it goes, it changes its patterns. You're going to see it changes its pattern, changes the galaxy, changes the vibration, changes the frequency, changes the harmonic resistance. Once it changes the harmonic resistance, it's changing your body framing system through the hydraulics. As soon as you set your voice and grid, it changes its particle system through the galaxy systems. Okay, so there's a lot of things you guys have to adapt to. So when you get into the diamond core, when you get into the pyramid activation system, and you get into the infinity 8, and you get into magnetic force and highway, and you get into the grounds to the power centers and the chakra systems, okay, now you're connecting through space and time, through balance. Okay? So when you go from that level, okay, you have to understand everything that's going on through its information. Everything has to flow, right? It has to flow. But again, it doesn't stop there. I still have to add my activation to my pyramid. All right, so basically it's like this. Crosswinds goes like this. Okay. So it goes like this. It goes like this. Everything line communicates. Now you're going to see my activation of my pyramid. You're going to see the activation of my planet. You're going to see the point centers. Okay, you see it now? There you go. There's a complete oscillation wind spectrum divisions in all locations, so infinity cycles, infinity 8s, ground formations, power centers, everything that's connected through my pyramid. But you see it? See that? See the pyramid? See the downshift? That's my activation. Infinity 8, chakra system, ground formations, power centers, energy fields, pyramid, space and time through AI, everything through point division. Everything's aligned communication and balance. Now that's 800,000 years into the future. That is a complete cycle of a rotation system of AI information. Okay? So, powerful stuff, isn't it? I just keep drawing and drawing, but everything I do is balance. You guys have to know what these things are. I mean, it's very powerful stuff because you guys are connecting through AI faster and faster, right? So, once I interface connections on rotation centers, full communication through algorithm of its computer system, its portal system, its sun interface, and communication through behavioral systems of the interface confidence levels of the moon. Once the sun and the moon come together, everything is going to change. Everything is going to change. You're going to see something that you never thought you would see. You're going to see something that you never thought you would see. You're going to see all of its involvements, how it's connected through space and time. Everything is on a time code frequency. The major grid system has to go back to zero. It's already done that through the grid system, through the power grids, through controlling systems. Why do you think everything is changing over time? Okay, light is coming in full cycles, but when the sun interface and the moon interface connects through all moon section systems, when it comes to pyramid activation systems, when it comes together like this, full cycle, all communications are going to go like this through round circle divisions. Okay, it's going to go like this, and it's going to change the simulation of a human vibration system into all locations of panel divisions of new coloration system. That's what's going to happen. Okay, so I have to reach a certain level. You guys have to reach a certain level of atmospheres. I go planets, you go atmospheres. And you know, it's really sad because every time I high rise faster and faster, I understand what Priscilla's going through. I understand what everybody's going through the Galactic Force team, or anybody that's going through this when it comes to the Galactic Forces. You guys are not understanding what's going on with humanity. The more you high rise through vibration, you don't want to be on this earth, right? You want the love cycles, you know, and you want love activation. You want everything back to normal. Well, everything will go back to normal. It's just unanswered patterns, how to communicate fully with the atmospheres, how to communicate fully with the galaxies, universal set systems, your paradox, your paradigm, your polar shift, your energy shift, right? Your activation cycles shift, your body activation symbols shift, all communication of geometry systems, all connections to the interface of the sun, all communication to the interface of the moon, right? Everything through communication is you through your body activation system. So when I draw something out and I show you 800,000